What's up, guys? I'm Hustle.
And I'm Mo, and welcome to the Mo Hustle Show.
What up, y'all? We so glad that y'all stopped by to kick it with us.
We talking about everything from politics to pool pits to stripper poles. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Period. What's good, everybody? I'm Hustle.
And I'm Mo.
And welcome to
the Mo Hustle Show.
We are back. What episode is this?
We're doing mindfulness.
Mindfulness.
Yes.
Very important, y'all. Very important. When you think about mindfulness, what do you think about right off gate?
Well, in my current situation of life, I think about thinking before I make a decision.
Right.
I think about being conscious of everything.
Everything.
My thoughts, what I'm getting ready to do, how I'm getting ready to handle something. You know what I'm saying? Just everything from like the time I wake up.
Right.
To
Ooh, it's important that you
not
said that.
wanting to hurry up and pick my phone up, but to meditate first.
Yeah.
And to thank God first for,
Get yourself together first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Get yourself to a comfortable spot. So yeah, everything that you said is that's important that you hit on that, because we tend to live life on autopilot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody is used to waking up, rolling over, and looking at social media, that's what they're going to do every day.
Right.
Until they break that cycle.
Right.
It's important that you break that cycle, because that's not the first thing that you should be doing. That's not.
You are the first person that
Yes,
you should be thinking about.
You come first. That stuff is going to be there.
Yeah.
So just be mindful of that. When you roll out of the bed, don't look at that phone. Once you look at it and then you see something that's interesting, it's like an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
You go into the next thing, Before you know it, you've wasted an hour laying there just looking at social media.
That you could have been productive doing something else that's going to help you.
Right.
Because that's not going to help you.
Not at all. So basically, mindfulness is being conscious and aware, acknowledging and accepting your feelings, and being in the present, which is very important. And we'll get to that later. But a lot of times, if you're not in a mindful spot, you can be controlled by people and things outside of you, man, easily. And I got a story that I'm not proud of, but
The Chick-fil-A story?
yeah, man. I'm gonna be transparent with y'all right quick. So
Okay.
I'm at Chick-fil-A one day, probably around lunchtime. Y'all know the Chick-fil-A line is crazy around any time of the day. So at lunchtime, it's terrible. So, you pull along the side and you got these cars that have pulled into these straight parking spaces. And so they pretty much blocked in.
Right.
But you know that before you get there. You I wouldn't pull there, because I know, okay, I'm going to be stuck when I come outside. Mm-hmm. So this dude in the truck, he's here, I'm here behind him. I can't move until the people in front of me move. So he's laying on the horn, beep, 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 just crazy. And I tried to ignore him at first, but it's only so many damn beeps laying on your horns before I say something to you. So, long story short, we had some words. We exchanged words. He was blowing on the horn, laying on the horn, and screaming all type of stuff. And I probably was saying some stuff to him, so I'm pretty sure I was. So I eventually get to move up. Well, the car behind me stays so that he can get out.
Right.
So he backs out, pulls around, and when he comes by my car, he rolls his window down and spits on my window.
Wow.
Spit on my car window. So.
Did you chase him?
I did.
Okay. That's what I wanted to get to.
Listen, man, I jumped out of that line so fast, and I was talking to my wife on the phone, and she was like in a panic. She was like, "Girl, you are crazy. What are you doing? Don't chase him." But I was so mad, because first of all, you picked this fight with me, with a stranger at the Chick-fil-A, and then you spit on my window on your way out. You disrespected me too many times for me.
Right.
Let me not say that, y'all. The moral of the story is you can let people pull you outside of who you are. And I feel like that day he pulled me way outside. Right. I'm not really ashamed of it, because I felt like,
he deserved it.
He really did. He spit on my car window. It was unnecessary. I will say that. And so I followed him a little bit. We were still exchanging words, and I turned around. I was like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know what's safe to say?
What?
He wasn't mindful when he woke up that morning.
He wasn't.
I got a story that's similar. I'll tell you. I was in college. I was at UNCW, and I was driving down a little side street, and somebody. Let me see what happened. Okay, yeah, I was driving down the side street, and somebody pulled out in front of me, and I almost hit them. And when I blew the horn at me, when I blew the horn at them, they stuck their middle finger up at me. So I was already pissed off at the fact that they pulled out in front of me, but because I said something about it, they stuck their middle finger up at me. So that enraged me.
Right.
So I ended up following her to the light. I was on the phone with a close friend. Matter of fact, I was on the phone with Roxy.
Okay.
And I was yelling, and Roxy was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I was explaining to her what's going on. And I was like, this light, I said, this girl better hope this light ain't red when we get up here. Because if it's red, I'm getting her.
I'm on your ass.
I'm getting her. So we pulled up to the light, and the light is red. I remember having on a bangle. The bangle was round. And I got out of the car, and I ran up to her car window. She's the first person at the light. So she hurried and rolled her window up. So next thing you know, I'm banging on her windshield. Mind you, I got the phone in my hand. Roxy's hearing all this stuff, and she's like, I could hear her in the phone, like, Monty, like.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, I know.
Shout out to Roxzilla.
I know. Next thing you know, I'm looking, the light turns green. These people pulled off, and I'm just standing there in the middle of the road, and I hurried and ran and jumped back in my car, but my bangle was flat because I was banging on her window so bad because I wanted to get in and hurt her. And like you said, in certain situations like that, things can go way wrong. Like she could have had a gun. She could have pulled out a gun and shot me.
Anything could have happened.
Yeah. I could have got hit by, you know what I'm saying? Just anything can happen, and it's just being mindful.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't dare let somebody at this day and age take me, out of my...
Oh, yeah. No,
right.
never
like,
again.
You never let somebody have that type of control over you, especially a stranger.
Yeah.
All because we lack, being mindful and having a mindset to not allow somebody to just take you there.
Right. You gotta soar above all that stuff.
Right.
Like we said in one of our other episodes, you gotta be stronger mentally.
Right.
More than anything else.
For sure.
Yeah, and that's crazy, man, because that could have went. I'm glad that you couldn't get to her.
Me too.
Because, you don't know. You just don't know. You could say I would have or I wouldn't have, but you just don't know what you would have done. Because in that state, like you said, you just enraged. That's how I felt too. So
that's how freak accidents happen, freak deaths. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff happens like that. Somebody end up dead and you be like, oh my God, because you couldn't control your anger. You know what I'm saying? You just weren't there mentally to be able to control what was actually going on around you. And that's, when it comes to stuff like that, like you can't be more mindful. Right. You just can't. Yeah. So
imagine being so far outside mentally of what you wanted that situation to be.
Right.
And you just like, how the fuck did I get here?
Right. How did I get outside of my car banging on this girl in the middle of the intersection, like a major intersection?
Yeah.
Like we were in Wilmington, but it was like I'm out in the middle of the road. And then she pulled off and I'm like, wait a minute.
I would love to see that that video footage from them cameras. Man, but yeah, thank goodness you couldn't get to it, man. We've all had those moments, man. Y'all say y'all ain't had a moment like that, y'all lying. Somebody hasn't raised you and you've just been all outside of yourself. But yeah, another thing is mentally replaying negative moments or negative experiences in your mind. Mm-hmm. Man, do you realize how, okay, one thought, I'm gonna break it down a little bit.
Okay.
You can have one fucking thought, right? That one thought is gonna turn into something else. More than likely, that something else is going to be worse than that one thought because it's going to be you now adding shit from your own mind, not shit that's really happening. And that's how it happens. It's a snowball effect. Like you start on this negative path and you just start. It's a negative volcano.
Right.
And you get to a point to where you can't stop it, but you have to know how to turn that shit off.
And what's sad is a lot of times we do this and we're not even conscious of it.
Right.
We're not even conscious of how negative we're being or what we're doing.
Because we're so used to being in that state.
Right. Nothing's supposed to be good.
Right.
Everything's always supposed to be bad, negative. I always got to be worrying about something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like that.
It's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to flow. You're supposed to just go with the flow through life. Like, the one thing I never understood about people, and I have been like this before, so I'm not going to pretend like it ain't never been me, but you can't worry about what the fuck happened yesterday because it's gone. You can't redo it. You know, you just going to feel how you feel about it.
Yep.
You know, because say you do something embarrassing.
Right.
And that's in your mind now. Damn, I hate that I did that.
Right.
Damn, I can't believe I did that. And that's one of those things that get a lot of people. They get embarrassed about certain things, and that shit just turns into a snowball effect. When the person that it happened with, the two probably ain't even thinking about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of times we be thinking way too much. Like, we think way too much.
Yeah.
And not only is it negative, it's like, what's wrong with a day going good? What's wrong with things being well? What's wrong with, damn, I'm having a good ass day.
I love the feeling of having a good day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what else good is getting ready to happen today?
Yeah.
Or like, man, I got my plan together, what I'm gonna do today, and I'm checking shit off my list, man. Damn, this day is going good as hell.
Ain't no better fucking feeling than that.
Like, right, but we don't bask in that.
We're so used to that toxicity, man, and that them negative thoughts. And another thing, and we always talk about this, we cover this all the time, is judging people. Or yourself. Mm-hmm. That's important too. You gotta watch how you talk to yourself. You gotta talk to yourself nice, man. Because you got so much shit outside of you working against you already. So you gonna fuck yourself over.
Right.
So you definitely gotta talk to yourself nice. You gotta stop judging people. And judging people can be anything. It could be turning up your nose. Right. All that.
And really, you should always want to give somebody a nice compliment, or, you know what I'm saying? Find something nice about somebody to focus on.
Don't it make you feel good to make somebody else feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even something as simple as going through the drive-thru to get food. You know, sometimes when I go through the drive-thru, I'm like, damn, I wonder what they're gonna do to fuck up my order today. Instead of like, okay, I'm just gonna grab my food. It's gonna be a great experience. They're gonna get my order right this time. But no, we go into the drive-thru with that negative mindset. Like, it's gotta be a bad experience. Like, why can't it be a good experience? Yeah. If you think about it being a good experience, you might get one.
And then you wonder why you ended up with a motherfucking chicken sandwich instead of a turkey sub.
Right.
Like, you already put that on yourself. You knew you was gonna get something fucked up. Yeah, let me touch on this a little bit about the actions. Like, y'all don't think because nobody sees you do some shit that you haven't been seen doing some shit. Yeah. Because every action is going to get a reaction. It does not matter. So if you internally turn your nose up at me, whether you internally do it, whether you externally do it, whether you tell me fuck me in your head or you say it out loud to my face, like, you're going to get it back. That negative energy, you gotta watch what you put out into the universe, watch what you put out onto other people, because you will quickly learn that it's one of those things that it's gonna come right back, man. Every time I do something or say something that I didn't necessarily need to say, it comes right back to me.
And when you're aware of it, sometimes it seems like when you're aware of things like that, it comes back quicker. And it's probably because you are aware of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm saying, you're attracting to yourself unconsciously. I definitely get it. I used to be the worst at like wanting to beat myself up, and I used to focus on so much negativity, and I was wondering why my life was so bad for so long. Yeah. Like, you gotta let go.
You gotta talk to yourself nice, man.
Yeah, you gotta talk to yourself nice, because you are here to do great things and to be great. We're not here to be miserable.
Right.
And not get shit done. So.
And who wants to do that? Like, who wants to just bask in misery like all the time? That shit does not feel good, especially when you know what the other part is. Right. You know, we're not gonna act like we don't have no worries, but you know, you can do things to combat that, and just make sure you're talking to yourself nice, because even affirmations are wonderful. They work wonders. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do my affirmations. I try to do it daily, but some days, you know, I guess I'm getting caught up in all that negative. You know, it happens sometimes. You know, you still, even if you're mindful of it, sometimes you still, every day is not going to be the best. And sometimes we can get caught up in, you know, what might not be right about that day. Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, we just got to keep working at it.
That's right. And who says you have to do it all the time, as long as you're conscious of it? Like, I may go a day when I don't meditate and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, I didn't meditate today. So at least it's on my mind, right? Yeah. Yeah, worrying and negative self-talk. We kind of touched on the negative self-talk a couple of minutes ago, but that's very important. Like, I don't think we understand the magnitude to where something going on.
Oh gosh, there's a rat, a big rat. Nah, I don't know, something wrong with the door. Not sure.
So I don't think we really understand how we can affect our lives by the shit that we say out of our mouths. Like the tongue is powerful.
Yeah.
And then you put certain things on yourself, you can guarantee you're gonna get them.
Oh yeah, you can guarantee it.
Like we say, listen, this is a thing that we say, and we don't mean anything by it. We don't mean it literally, but it's just habit. I'm dead.
Right.
When somebody said something funny,
yeah,
you're like, man, I'm dead.
Right.
But listen to what you're saying. Like, you saying that you are dead.
Yeah. And like in life in general, like you can wake up and you can say, well, damn, I gotta go to work. God, I gotta get the kids from daycare.
Yeah.
Damn, we gotta go to the grocery store later. Damn, I gotta cook. I gotta clean up tonight. And you know, really, you can look at it. You can look at it that way, or you can look at it and you can say, you know, thank you, God, for waking us up this morning.
Period.
Thank you for us having a car to drive to take the kids to school.
Thank you for giving
me something to cook. Thank you for allowing me to have the money to even be able to go to the grocery store to cook. Thanks for having a house that I can go to cook in and a kitchen that I can cook in and my heat, my electricity is on and my gas is on and I can cook.
And listen, not only that, God, but thank you for giving me the mind to know that I need to come to you and say thank you.
Right.
You know, some people, we take so much shit for granted, man.
Some people can't, some people don't even have the mindset to even know how to cook anymore because they've lost it through a stroke or a heart attack or, you know, anything like that. So
but you can do it. So you got to get up and do it. If you can do something, you got to get up and do it.
Sure.
And that's another way that you push yourself to be in the highest version of yourself that you can be is keep going.
Keep going, even when it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, keep checking shit off your list and you're going to be there.
Yeah.
So listen, with all the things that we talk about in mindfulness that can happen if we're not being mindful, you got to know that there's other things that you can do to prevent them. So, and we're going to talk about a little bit of those, man.
Okay.
I think this portion should be interesting because I'm pretty sure people got different, you know, things that they do. So, make sure that the first thought of your day is positive. I know that we already said this, but this is going to set the tone.
Yes, absolutely.
It's going to set the tone for your day. If you start off positive, you can take on the world. You know what I'm saying? You'll get everything that you need to get done, hopefully. And even if you don't, who says you got to do everything every day?
Right. But like you say, that first thought, just like, and I don't even always do this, but I'm trying to get better at it. People think that making up the bed is not really that important.
Oh, man.
But it is. It's really
is.
important because it sets the tone of your day. It sets the tone of how your work ethic is going to be that day.
Exactly.
You can take the time out to make your bed up. It's going to set the tone for your day just like that first positive thought.
Yeah.
Because you're getting something done.
And for me, man, I'm glad you said that because I make up my bed and then I don't want to get back in it. I don't want to mess it back up. I don't want to touch it. And a lot of times when people don't make up their beds, they end up laying back in their bed. Even if they working, they end up working from the bed.
Right.
Which I guess is nothing wrong with that. Sometimes if you have to, if you're sick, whatever, if you just want to, but I try not to make a habit of doing that shit, man. You can't work from the bed. You're supposed to sleep in the bed.
That's it.
When it's time to get that money, you got to get your ass up. So make sure that you're setting the tone of the day with positivity. Say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is that you use. So, all right. Understand that the only thing that you need to and can control in this life is yourself. You know what I'm saying? You cannot control other people, how they feel, how they think. So then why would you let it bother you?
Right.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things, man.
Yeah. Sometimes we wreck our brain trying to figure out, damn, why do they not understand where I'm coming from? Like, why?
Yeah.
Because they're not in your head. Nobody's in control of your thoughts. Nobody can get inside your head. There's only one you.
Exactly.
So why would you beat yourself up trying to figure out why you can't change what's going on in somebody else's brain and their thought?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That thought process, whatever you want to call it.
And you shouldn't even want to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta meet people where they at. Like, you meet them where they are. If you can work with what they got, then you move forward with it. If you can't, you let them know that and you let them go. But don't ever try to, you know what I'm saying, get in people's head and change them. You have no right to. You know what I'm saying?
You would drive yourself crazy trying to.
Exactly. A lot of people don't know how to change the channel mentally.
What you mean?
What I mean is you can, let me tell you this right here. I screenshotted something that I put, I'm in the Drink Champs podcast.
Okay.
Well, you're in there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The group, we're in the Drink Champs podcast, and it's a very interesting podcast. They get in there sometimes and say some pretty crazy things, but this day, somebody came on there and they put something about the gayest city, the gayest rapper city, and I started noticing that a lot of the stuff that they post is homophobic. Some of the stuff they post is homophobic.
Okay.
But do I let that bother me? No, because people have a right to feel how they feel. People have a right to an opinion, but am I gonna talk my shit? Yes.
Of course. Of course.
I'm gonna get on there and talk my shit. Excuse me, y'all. So I say y'all are so weird and intolerant. Okay. People are who they are. If you don't like it, turn the channel. On TV and life, and most importantly in your mind. Mm-hmm. Listen, if you don't like something, if the thought is not, I guess, conducive to your health, your well-being, to your flourishing, turn the fucking channel. You don't have to think about certain things. You don't even have to be bothered with a lot of things, but I think we bog ourselves down with so much shit. And we don't
even have to. It's just extra clutter.
We don't realize it's just that easy.
Mm-hmm.
Change the channel. I'm sorry, y'all. Get in the habit of switching the thoughts to add value and make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how you look nice today. Some people think that's weird, but you got to talk to yourself nice. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you got to love yourself. You got to be, and like a lot of people say, you cocky or confident or whatever. And we so quick to be like, oh no, I'm not cocky, I'm confident. Who cares if you cocky or confident or whatever? Exactly. If you love yourself like that, you love yourself like that.
Exactly.
Like, who cares if you, like, come on now.
You just being you.
It's okay to have self-esteem. Like, we so conditioned to think that everything got to be bad.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with
compliment somebody?
Right. Or yourself, or just.
Yeah. I see that with a lot of studs, man. I don't know if you noticed it, but like, I mean, I wouldn't say that I have a lot of stud friends. And for y'all don't know what a stud is, it's a female lesbian who is more dominant, not necessarily manly. We don't like that, you know. But a lot of studs don't get along. A lot of studs don't get along with each other, and I don't know what that's about.
Hey, ego.
Like,
it's too much. It's it's too much competition. It's along the lines of what we're talking about today. Mm-hmm. If you're being mindful that you don't have to be so right. You don't have just be yourself. Like everything doesn't have to be a competition. Everything is not a.
None of this shit should ever be like. You will never ever reach what you need to reach if you in the state where you feel like you need to compete. You gotta create.
You can't, cause you gotta
create.
Right, you can't be worried about all these minute things that don't really make a difference or add value to your life.
Right.
If you're trying to bring value to your life, you know what I mean? Like you gotta gravitate towards something different than. Like, I just feel like a lot of things are unnecessary. I feel like they're a waste of time. I feel like they're a waste of brain space.
Right.
Like,
right.
And that competing shit is one of them.
And I used to host on Bigo Live. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but I did something different. I stepped outside of my box. It was my box. It's a live streaming app, and pretty much you get on there, you host. I was Hustle Bay on there. I'm still on there, but I don't go on there and I don't live stream anymore.
Right.
But I tried that, man. I tried linking with a couple of the other studs on there, and it just the energy just wasn't matching. Like you know how you come through, because you came through on me a couple of times. You throw people gifts, and the gifts translate to money. So we used to kind of go back and forth. You go live one day and somebody comes through and they gift you or whatever. You go back and do the same for them when they go live. Mm-hmm. That's how we support each other. But I started noticing that the energy, it wasn't the same. And I was just being me. Nothing changed with me. Most of my lives was solo anyway. I didn't really get up there and get on panels with a lot of people.
Right.
And so that's what I mean. Like, it was hard for me to come together with some of the other studs on there, because just weird energy.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. And you can feel energy.
Yeah.
So
you can definitely feel energy. So yeah, man. But what was we going? We got all off topic with that, but that's cool because I mean, it is what it is. Oh, worry about yourself.
yeah.
That's important, y'all. Make sure you're worrying about yourself. If people spend more time worrying about themselves and correcting the shit that they got wrong, man, you don't have time to be looking at somebody else worrying about what kind of shoes they got on, what their hair look like, what their teeth look. Who cares? Right. That's them. Like,
yeah. But you know what I have noticed is that if you look at people who are, I've always said, you know, great minds. What does it always say? Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas, and small minds discuss other people and things.
Right.
So if you are worried about yourself, you don't have time to worry about those things.
You don't.
Not only that, when you worry about yourself, you get more done. Like, you get more done. And it's like, it's a mindset thing. Like, people who are on a certain stratosphere in life, they're not worried about what somebody else is doing.
No.
They worried about how they gonna make their next dollar.
Exactly.
Or how they gonna help the next person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
ain't nobody worried about what somebody's got on or how their teeth look or did they get their teeth done or all this dumb shit.
All
like
this crazy stuff that has nothing to do with nothing.
You, right, nothing to do with you. Like, if they did that, okay, let them do it.
You just gotta let people be who they are and let them be happy. Like, if they happy, you should be happy. If you're not happy, you a hater, and that's just
That's
it.
That's
just that, and that's very important that you not be a hater because your mind is really gonna be out of whack if you are a hater. Because everything that you see that somebody got that you don't have is gonna cause a trigger in you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta let that go. Let that competitive nature go.
Right. Be happy for somebody.
Be happy.
If you want to be anything.
Yeah. We talked about this already, but using those affirmations, those I am, talk to yourself nice, all that. Life is hard enough, like we said. Make sure you looking in the mirror, man. I got this 21 day thing that I'm doing now, and I'm almost finished with it, and I've been doing it faithfully every day, and I like it.
What is it?
I'm gonna have to send it to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to send it to you.
All right. So yeah, affirmations. We'll talk about affirmations for a second.
Dude.
For people who don't know about affirmations, it's basically like prayers, or like you putting out into the universe what you want or what you already know.
Yeah.
That you it's basically confirming the things that you want. So, you know, if you want money, if you want peace, if you want a relationship, if you want love, if you want more faith, whatever it is, you say that you already have these things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And affirmations are like, a lot of people, if you say affirmations, they get it twisted and like, well, damn, affirmations is not prayer, it's not faith. It's really all the same.
It's all the same. Except for you using your mind the way God intended for you to use it. Because we're not meant to get on our knees and beg. I'm not saying we're not meant to get on our knees and pray, but He don't want us to beg.
There's a difference.
Exactly. He wants us to know who we are and use that to our advantage, because if we don't reach our highest potential, we can't help anybody else. And that's what He wants for us ultimately.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I do affirmations daily.
Every day.
Yeah.
I think I do them unconsciously too.
I do. I do it in my meditate. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all the same. When I meditate, I'm doing my affirmations. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about the things that I want, things that how I want my day to go.
Right.
You know, how I want to impact somebody else's life. Like, I mean, it's just so many different things you can do when it comes to affirmations. Like, you can affirm yourself a parking space.
Man, I do that shit all the time.
Right.
I do it all the time.
Like, you can. You instead of going in and saying, damn, I ain't gonna find no parking spot. And I only got 5 minutes to get in here and be like, I want a parking spot on row 5. Say that next time. You'll be surprised that you got a parking spot on row 5 waiting for you. Be like, damn.
That's all you got to do is ask.
Yeah. Claim that shit.
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead, homie.
Nah, you were saying, life is hard. Like, life is hard enough.
Yeah.
So, imagine how, you know what I'm saying, we can eliminate that if we all just rooting for each other.
That's it.
Rooting for each other.
And rooting for ourselves.
Yeah, number one.
Yeah, more than anything.
Because if you don't put yourself first, which is in this next segment, our very next segment, we talking about self-love and self-care. And I'm gonna just shut up right now because I'm gonna wait until we get into it. But I will say this: if you don't make sure you're first or put yourself first, you're not gonna be no good for nobody else.
Right. So. Man, it's something that Moneybag said that we're gonna have to put in the next. I'm not gonna say it now though. Okay. I'm gonna try to make sure I got it right before I say it. But what you said just hit me because we'll get into it.
Okay.
So the last thing we want to touch on for this segment is the meditation, which we already did. We already talked about meditation, man. A lot of people think that when you meditate, you got to completely quiet your mind. That's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible to, yeah.
It don't work.
Yeah, it really don't. Because you're going to have some type of thought, but the key is to control them thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Think about the things that you want. Think about calming stuff. Like, and if you have a thought that is not calm, just like I said, change the channel. Go somewhere else with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just that simple.
Bring it down a notch so that you can be sane.
Yeah, because it's basically meant just to silence your mind for a little bit. Because we don't realize how many thoughts we have a day. We have a lot of thoughts every day. And sometimes you just need to not think about too much.
Yeah, sometimes your brain needs that. Like your brain, just imagine what your brain, okay, I know it's our brain. And you know what I'm saying, we send thoughts. Mm-hmm. Or we get thoughts and signals sent from something. Like your brain is always working. Always working.
Always moving, always doing all type of things that are good for you. So make sure you good to it. Feed it good shit. Even from the things that you watch. Like, people don't realize whatever you put into yourself, whether it's food, whether you hear it, whether you see it, is what you feed in your body. So just be mindful of that. So
yeah, and I'm glad you said that about food. Like, I know food is an issue for most people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Food is good. Food can be the devil sometimes. Mm-hmm. But like, even from, just saying like, am I going to have something fried, or am I going to have it baked or grilled, or do I want to have this piece of meat today, or do I want to just give my body a break from the meat and let me get some vegetables?
Get some veggies,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be surprised that, like she was saying, like, what we put inside our bodies is what we get. So if you feeding your body a bunch of junk, feeding your brain a bunch of bullshit, like,
that's what you gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no way around it, man. Make sure you eating good, make sure you sleeping, and you just thinking good thoughts, man. And that's pretty much it for mindfulness, man. You got anything else to add to the?
I don't have anything. Just make sure you number one every day when you wake up. Make sure you think about things before you do them. Make sure you think about things before you say them. Be mindful of how you making somebody else feel.
Yeah.
And I know we just said your brain needs to not think sometimes, but that's during meditation.
Yeah, that's during meditation, y'all.
So just be mindful of what you putting out, basically. At the end of the day, if that's how I had to sum it up, just be mindful of what you putting out into the universe, because you're going to get it back.
You're going to get it back, yeah. You definitely going to get it back. Well, man, we have reached a segment called The People Want to Know. The people want to know what is going on with this insert that we have here, y'all.
Check out. Well, hold on. First of all, let's see if the people know who this is. On the left.
Can y'all tell us who that is?
All right.
Anybody?
Now, to the right, if y'all can tell us who this is, because some people quit keeping up with this group. So they might not even know who the hell that is. They might not know who that is. Because I didn't until I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, who the hell is that?
Right.
She looks completely different.
Completely different. And who are we to...
I'm not judging her.
No, I'm not either. I'm just saying, like, I mean, if she likes it, I love it.
Yeah, I feel you. But it just takes us right into the next segment.
Right.
Takes us right into it.
Right. So we appreciate y'all tuning in today, and make sure y'all catch us for the next segment. We're talking about self-love and self-care.
Self-love
and we're going to jump back on this picture when we get to self-love and self-care. But in the meantime, y'all tell us who y'all think this is. And during the next segment, we're going to jump back on it. We're going to see if y'all were right or wrong or...
Right.
We just talk about it a little bit.
Period. Hey, listen, y'all, conversation rules the nation, man. So make sure y'all jumping in them comments and telling us what y'all want to see, telling us if y'all like the show.
And make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe.
Period.
And until next time.